Hello and good day. I'm Sam Jones.
And I'm Mary Caplan.
As you know, Mary and I have traveled the world as a journalistic duo for many years now. And just recently, we've added even more talent to our team.
Hi, I'm TJ Daniels.
Xander Ericson.
And I'm Brittany Award. Hi!
We've traveled to the smallest towns, to the largest cities, to the tallest mountains, and the deepest depths of oceans. Between the five of us, there's nothing left to explore. Isn't that right?
That's right, Sam.
That is until we were invited to the most exclusive places in the world.
A place few people have gotten to explore.
It's a mysterious land, and it has only been read about in books.
Cinderella, Snow White, Hansel, Gretel. Names we've all heard, but what do we really know about these famous yet elusive individuals? What we found, however, was a cast of characters whose stories have been largely untold.
A group of people sometimes referred to as the others.
Yes, the others. We knew it was up to us to tell their stories.
Welcome to Fairy Tale Land.
Whenever you're ready, please state your names to me.
Carol Worthington.
Lucas Worthington.
And how did you two meet?
Oh my gosh, this is so embarrassing.
No, it's not. Everybody meets online these days.
Lucas.
There's nothing to be embarrassed about.
I promise, I'm not judging.
It's just, but not how it used to be. People around here have always met in person. I mean, the amount of people that I know who fell in love at first sight, you wouldn't believe it.
Yeah, let's be honest. That usually the mains.
Mains?
Oh, sorry, you're not used to our lingo. Mains as main characters. They've been running around this place for 100 years. That's why it was so great when the kingdom finally got in it. Totally opened up the dating scene for the rest of us.
Is there a more specific place where you all live? I happen to notice that there's signs that say the kingdom, and all the roads lead to the village or the palace. And judging by where you live, there must be dozens of villages and palaces here.
Huh. I never thought about that. That I guess it's a little confusing. But we lived here in your whole life. You know we're around. We actually from the same village.
But you two never met.
That's a funny story. We haven't officially meet until the curse was lifted. But we spent this years just rooms apart.
But you have to understand, the beach castle is huge. There were tons of us living in there. I was a candle. We didn't hang out with the silverware.
They were so cliquey.
We will not. We actually have the same in common.
Holy Toledo, Lucas, you're a fork.
Yes, a sour fork. Lucky for me that the beast was not a big sour guy.
So, are you stuck as a fork?
Not always. The curse has never completely off me. You caught me on one of my fuck days.
But anyway, after the curse was over, we both ended up leaving the castle.
And then we met a couple months later on Happy Ever After.
Happy ever after.
Get it? Like?
He gets it, Lucas.
I do. Thank you. By the way, I'd like to know more about your time in the castle. Did you work there?
Oh, yes. That's how we got caught up in the curse. I'm not sure the witch knew there were other people in the castle. But hello, it's a castle. You really think the beast was home alone?
I don't think she's killed Carol. She's a witch.
Our witch is a major problem here.
Not as much as it used to be, thank God.
You don't have to say that like that.
Sorry, I do not like witches.
My great aunt Carol was a witch, but that was who I named after, and she was a very good witch.
You're right. Us to be better about that.
He grew up in Shelter.
Because you grew up in such a small town.
Oh no, because he's actually got trapped in being slammed when he was 11.
I miss out on some important years.
Oh, wow. Does that happen a lot?
More than you think.
We called it getting lamped, usually for a few days.
Not for me, though. When I got out, I was 20, then my parents told me I had to go get a job. So I head down to the Beast Castle. And you want to know something very funny?
that part is funny. Tell him.
What is it?
The interview was the same day as the course. I didn't even know if I got my job because I was still ready with my resume. Then, boom, I'm a fork.
What were you interviewing for?
That part's funny. Tell him.
I wanted to work in the kitchen.
Oh, wow.
You get it? Because I turned into a...
He gets it, Lucas.
I do. Thank you.
As we watch back Costantini with Carol and Lucas, one word kept standing out. Witches. Clearly that's a touchy subject.
After speaking to several community members about the witch in question, we were left with more questions than answers. Did she act out of malice? Or was she trying to teach a lesson? Are witches inherently evil, or is this outdated thinking? It was at this point we set out to learn more about the witches of this land, and thankfully they allowed us to take a glimpse into their world.
I've Newt. What?
We're out.
How can we be out of I've Newt?
Because every potion always calls for I have Newt. You never notice that? It's like every spell, every potion, just I have Newt. I have Newt.
I can go get some. It's not a big deal.
You don't mind?
No, it's fine.
Oh, I bet he's going on another secret romantic rendezvous.
Oh.
I am not. I'll be back in 20 minutes.
Well, take my broom. It'll be faster. Then you can visit with your secret love.
Where are you parked?
Downstairs closet.
Do you guys need anything else? I might stop to get coffee real quick.
I would love a cold brew.
I'll do it to you, please. Oh, and have them put extra leaves in it so I have something to read this time.
Okay, I'll be back.
He's sweet.
Now I understand you were one of the high-profile witch-related cases.
That's right. I'm Detective Don. Oh, wait. Actually, should you introduce me? I could just pretend I didn't say it. Do you want to ask me my name?
It's okay, you can absolutely introduce yourself.
Well, can I do it again just to be sure?
If you like.
Okay. Detective Don is the name. That I am. Oh, wait. Oh, sorry. Can I do this one more time? Alright. My name is... Oh, wait. Actually, I'm Detective Don.
Hi, Don. Now I understand that.
Wait. Was this cool, or do I look stupid?
I thought it was pretty cool.
Okay. Phew. Thanks. Now, what is it you want to know about? Snow White case?
Yes, but what I understand, this was a pretty defining career case.
Oh, it was, yes. It started as a missing person case, and boy, did it spiral into something else. My goodness.
How did you know first find out Snow White was missing? Who reported it?
Well, spoiler alert, it wasn't the stepmom, I tell you that much. But no, a little bird told me.
And I'm sorry this was an absurd question. Was this an actual bird?
Of course, isn't that what I just said?
Yes, just making sure.
Yeah. I cracked some serious cases with a little help of my bird friends. And the squirrels too, but chipmunks, nah, not so much. They're cute little buggers, but not very helpful.
So when did things start making a turn?
Well, shortly after, it was reported that the Queen Huntsman returned to the castle and gave her a heart in a box.
A heart in a box?
Emily, right. So this was pretty normal for the Queen. Well, we wouldn't really think of anything of it. But I have no idea. Something wasn't sitting right with me.
Could it have actually been heart in a box?
Oh, I really couldn't say what it was. But I just really noticed that there was something different about this case. And that's when I met the dwarfs.
The 7 dwarfs?
But how did you know there were 7?
Oh, just kind of deduced.
Ah, fellow sleuths.
Well, more journalists than sleuth,
But, I was about to propose my wife Cindy. Her birth name was Cinderella. But of course, that's the whole thing. But every time she talks on the phone, she has to say, "No, not that Cinderella. Cindy is way easier. Stick around here long enough and you'll meet a lot of Cindys and Ellas. But apparently there can only be one Cinderella."
It seems like you made an opinion on that.
No, sorry, I don't want to get into the politics. But let me get back to the story. I wanted to propose Cindy, but I couldn't find the ring. A little birdie told me to go to the dwarfs.
Was that the same little birdie that told you about Snow White's disappearance?
No, don't be silly.
Of course not. My apologies for wild assumption on my part.
Anyway, they hooked me up with a jewel that's bigger than my head. I mean, hey, Cindy's got some strong hands. But the ring is way too big. She's got magic fingers, if you know what I mean.
I think I do.
She fell into a wishing well back and wished for super strong hands. So she can climb right out of it.
Okay, so I did not know what you meant.
Actually, let me give her a call right now and she can tell you all about it.
Shoot, not again!
Voicemail. Anyway, sorry I got a little offhand. Tends to happen when I talk about Cindy. But back to the dwarfs. They sent me to a magic fairy who could shrink the ring with some fairy dust. Not the kind they sell in stores, I mean, that stuff never works the way they say it will. I mean, you gotta get to the source to get the real thing.
We'll keep that in mind.
Well, anyway, Butterflower, that was the fairy. She tells me that the dwarfs found some girl in the woods that lives with them right now.
Ah, so it is. So what do you do next?
I said that's none of my business.
You didn't immediately think it was Snow White?
Yeah, I do see that right now, but I would like to respect people's privacy.
Again, you're detective?
Yeah, remember? Detective Don? Oh, wait a minute. Detective
Dawn.
Haha.
I'm sure detective to the adult. What people detective recommend?
You're a man in my book.
Think it's Jerome. Oh yes, this is Jerome. Massaye. We won't get this on.
And these are two absolute, but I'm not just saying this because I want a big tip, favorite clients.
I'm Ginger.
Periwinkle. This is the only assistant. Hi, I'm Wes. It's a family name. I'm half fairy.
Honestly, I'm glad you're talking about the others. I've actually hated that. Others? Says who?
That's just the way it is, Jerome.
Well, it's done. I've just worked as hard as any mains I ever met. Maybe even harder, Sally. Let's not forget about the Rapunzel years.
Oh my God, how many I could get? Johnny on his heels. The other sea. They don't understand.
Well, I mean, the upkeep was insane. People always think you just sat up there and just let it grow. I'm sorry. Just keep that shine and texture sitting around in the tower? No, that was us.
We saw it every week. Sometimes more. But don't get me wrong. I'm thoughtful. We're having new business. We needed the money. But we're just so exhausted.
And let's be clear, it wasn't just a simple wash and cut.
You're wrong.
Oh, why? I'm not supposed to say.
Seriously, don't. Rain. Don't.
Oh, well, whatever. As everybody already knows, let's be real. My girl's not blonde.
You're wrong.
It was an everyday process. Every single time I realized to come back to 5 feet of a root showing. It was way too much. Okay, just like to embrace your natural color at that point.
I'm like a reddish brown. It would be so pretty. Oh, pretty.
What, hey, I wasn't the one trapped in a tower. I wasn't about to tell her what to do with her hair.
For the record, you didn't know she was trapped. She didn't making it.
Her hair was so long. I didn't actually get a lot of FaceTime with her. I was too busy at the bottom of the tower, spent out the split ends.
You're wrong. You were so bad. Oh, bam! Oh, okay, Split. You're just showing me. You don't have to repeat everything I say. Sorry.
As for Rapunzel, she got famous all of a sudden. Now Shalom wasn't good enough for her anymore. How quickly they forget. That's why I don't like being called an other. We're hard. We have lives, we have our own stories, you know. And the mains forget they're just as normal as the rest of us. Okay, all set. Here's your picnic basket.
Keep organized. Bye. Bye. Bam, baby. We look good.
We look ridiculous. And for the record, this was her idea.
You look great.
I like the colors.
Bam, baby.
Anyway, let me make sure I have this right. Griselda, Hortensia, and I'm sorry, what was it?
Bear?
Right now, Griselda, Hortensia, you're both witches, and Bayard, you're a...
Witch? Not all witches are women.
Sorry, still learning.
It's fine. There's way more stereotypes we have to deal with.
Such as?
Let's not pretend why you're here. You won't think all witches are evil. That's why you're here, right? You want to know if that's true?
Well, we don't like to rely on rumors. We like to do our research.
Well, that's a refreshing change of pace. No, we're not all evil. It's not our fault. All the evil ones are such showboat.
The evil queen, anyone?
Oh, yes. What about the evil queen?
The worst.
Okay, they were bad, but do you remember the evil queen?
Oh, shut up. I've forgotten about her.
I wish I had.
Are most witches evil queens? Oh, no. Of course not. You either have to be an evil queen or do something heinous to make it on the news around here. I single-handedly found the cure for gremlin pox and don't get credit. But my cousin tries to throw kids in an oven and gets a whole mini-series. That's why people think we're all bad.
Someone really needs to become the face of good witches.
Could you tell us more about the contributions, such as good witches such as yourselves?
We're protectors. People don't even realize all of the disasters, all of the bad luck, and all of the plagues. Preventive.
We help bring balance to nature. Did you see the royal families going in the streets and helping the gardens grow and woods thriving? That's all witches.
As for me, I'm an empath. I know we're not the most popular around here, but I really care about the kingdom, and I still feel like I'm part of it. That's why we still strive to do good with our magic.
Damn, baby! That's beautiful!
Thankfully, not everyone's so close-minded.
This is Detective Dawn. Open up.
It's a detective. Hurry.
Open the door.
Just a second.
That's it. I'm coming in.
Oh, no.
Please don't arrest them. They're misunderstood.
And they are good witches!
What? Please, I'm not gonna arrest them. I'm here for a poker night.
I'm sorry. We completely forgot that this would overlap with this interview thing. We tried to clean up before letting you in. You know how we hate a mess.
Okay, please. If anyone's gonna clean up, it's gonna be me, right? Ow! So, you want us to deal you in, or not?
Hey, we met you at the hair salon the other day. Thanks for agreeing to meet with us. Ginger and Periwinkle, is that right?
That's right. And I don't think we've met.
Yeah, we haven't. My name's Angela, though. I'm necessarily you've heard of me?
Angela. I'm sorry, I'm just having trouble placing that name.
Angela.
She thinks she's a man.
I have a name.
Of course you are. And what were your names again?
Sam and Mary.
Oh, we went to school with a Mary.
Wait, who? I can't picture her. Mama.
Remember, it was like 5th grade. She brought her lamb to school one day.
Oh, yes, that Mary. Now I remember.
So you went to school together?
We did. We actually had a lot of names in our class.
See, for example?
Anyways, most of them didn't become mains until they were older. And the fact that I could forget Mary should tell you how many there were. She was like the it girl back then, but I hardly remember her or that little lamb of hers.
It's so easy to get overshadowed. Not that I mind, to be honest.
That's interesting because most community members we talk to definitely seem to mind.
I like to keep to myself. And my family had a lot of drama, so I really wanted to stay out of.
Her older sisters are the ugly stepsisters.
Okay, rude!
I'm sorry, it's what people call them.
Us included.
My sisters are cute, okay? And they're honestly way nicer now. I'm in no way saying the way they treated Cinderella was cool, but they've grown out of that behavior.
And how are you all getting along now?
Oh my god, so much better. I literally go on girls' trips with them and Cinderella every summer. This year, we're going beanstalk climbing.
Yeah, right.
You're telling me Cinderella is going beanstalk climbing?
Listen, I know she's got a reputation, but a couple of pumpkin martinis, she loosens right up. Seriously, we all get along great now, but no one ever talks about that. The ugly stepsister thing was hard for them to shake, and I'm just glad I didn't get caught up in it. I was involved in other stuff.
Like what? Magic?
Volleyball and track. Our school didn't offer magic until after we graduated, which was so annoying. But I had to take several magic courses in med school.
Oh, you're a doctor?
A witch doctor. As in, I specialize in the treatment and care of witches. Not that I'm a witch and a doctor. I mean, I do a couple of spells in an emergency if I have my books on me, but I mostly leave the magic to the real witches. You know, they're a seriously underserved community when it comes to medical care.
Interesting. And what work do you do, Angela?
I am an influencer on Angela128 on all socials.
Is 128 a significant number?
There were already 127 other Angelas.
Yes, I'm not Angela.
Of course you are.
And what kind of work are you in, Periwinkle?
Baskets. You know, we graduated like forever ago, but I think I still have my student ID somewhere. You two still have yours?
No, mine got stolen by that mermaid on spring break and I never got it replaced. Remember?
Right. Here it is.
Little Periwinkle?
Oh yeah, until you turn 18, you're little. It's a huge deal when you get to drop that.
So, like little Red Riding Hood?
Oh, that poor girl.
Ugh, people are never going to stop calling her that.
I can't even imagine being my age and having everybody call me Little Ginger.
I can only be so sympathetic. She always wanted to be famous, and she's always going to be.
I take it you weren't friends.
Listen, she had plenty of chances to hang out with us if she wanted to.
I always thought it'd be fun for our group to be a foursome, like the ladies of the Housewives of the Kingdom.
I am definitely Clarice.
You're an Arabella, and you know it.
Is her story. She gets all the fame when Periwinkle here faced off with a wolf too.
Okay, let's not go there.
Is that true? You also had an encounter with the wolf.
And saved her grandmother, all while bringing her homemade baked goods that, I'm sorry, are way more delicious than Red's. You have to try her lemon bars.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like you have the exact same story as Little Red Riding Hood. How can we know her story and not yours?
Nepotism.
So you're alleging that Little Red embellished from nepotism?
Okay, so unless you're from this part of the kingdom, most people don't realize that Red's parents were Linda Riding and Jeremy Hood.
So I'm sorry, so is Riding Hood a hyphenated last name?
Yeah, not a lot of people know that.
The amount of paintings I've seen her wearing a cape and a hood is hilarious. I just know she hates that.
That's the price of fame, maybe.
I know that all too well.
But anyway, Linda and Jeremy were loaded. They made a ton of money in the stock market.
You have a stock market here?
Oh no, she said stock market.
I think theme stocks.
We're actually going climbing at one of their parks.
Oh, Rose.
The options are limited.
But yeah, Linda had totally cornered the beanstalk market. They used to say, we're the real giants around here.
And the giants did not like that.
But anyway, Red always wanted to be famous, and let's just say her parents are willing to do anything to make that happen.
Not to speculate, but it ever occurred to you that they have embellished details from Red's experience into your story?
Due to ongoing litigation, I'm going to have to decline further comment at this time.
It's weird being back in the castle.
I like our cottage better.
Well, it's not much, but the best we can. After the curse was lifted, a lot of us quit our castle jobs. It's just too weird being back there. After all that, we weren't exactly making millions. In his defense, though, the beast write us the strong bit reference letters. But there's so many of us. That's not easy finding work.
I wrote a book about my time as a fork. And a bunch of us had the same ideas. One of the plates beat us all to it and had the bestseller. After that, it just seemed like we were all copying her ideas.
She made that man up. She did not have an affair with a counter-offer. I know that for a fact.
And she seemed like she was the main plate. It was totally false.
Now she has a nerve. We call her book Cutie of the Feast. What feast, Melissa? You used some kind for appetizers. Ugh. She made me so mad.
It was hard for us getting back on our feet. And then we didn't even have feet for a long time.
I'm so glad we found each other.
Right now I'm serving beans. Kidney, not magic. Less demand, but people start to eat, you know.
And I teach music. People attend the Worthington song a lot. So I like to make sure it's a good experience.
It amazes me that boys lessons are not a school requirement. It's nip it in your butt while they're young.
Speaking of it.
Oh no, is it today?
It's time for your free voice lesson.
Oh.
Match this note.
Matching this note.
Nothing your heart desire.
Nothing would bring me more interest or light than stuffed Popeye for dinner tonight.
That sounds delicious.
Thank you. Did it mean me or the Popeye?
You sent it this too, sweetie.
Oh, the Popeye.
So shall we head up Apple Peeps?
Yeah, it should still be a happy hour. So that sounded good too, right?
Come on, Papa, let's go.
Okay, once upon a time, I had 3 queens. Suckers!
Okay, one more round and I am out of here. Cindy is over the river and through the woods visiting her parents tonight, so I gotta get back to the little one.
Who you got to babysit?
You know our neighbors, Farmer Betty and Farmer Al?
Yeah?
Well, they have a talking cow who's gonna come over at short notice.
Is that the cow that jumped over the moon?
Right, like I could get a maid to babysit. Besides, she moved to greener pastures. You know that gated community for a few miles north from here? Well, I got Bettina.
Oh, I know her. She's the one with the big black spot on her side and only speaks in rhyme. She's a sweetie.
Yeah, she's cool, but I don't want to keep her too late.
But my friend's not here yet.
Don't you mean boyfriend?
Ooh.
But you have not put a label on it yet. Be chill, okay?
Just teasing, Bayard. Although he better live up to my expectations. I'm not above hexing him if he hurts you.
Be chill, okay? It's him! Everybody, please, just be chill. Hi. I'm glad you can make it.
Oh, yes.
Can I take your robe and scepter?
Oh, yes. If you don't mind, thank you so much.
I'm sorry, you wanted us to be chill?
Shut up!
Welcome to our home. I'm Griselda.
Prince Sebastian, the 17th.
I'm Hortensia.
Prince Sebastian, the 17th.
I'm Don.
Prince of Bastion.
How's things going in here?
I think he was just about to tell us his name.
Prince of Bastion.
Just kidding. Just kidding. It's so nice to finally meet you.
And this is my trusty footman, Maxwell.
So nice to finally meet you too, Maxwell.
You'll have to forgive us if we have a million questions. Our buddy Bayard here can be so secretive sometimes.
Like he definitely forgot to mention the prince part about you.
You look familiar. Where are you from, actually?
The palace in the kingdom.
Which one?
You know the music festival. Rumpelstiltskin host every year.
Oh, the one where you have to guess the names of the performers in order to watch?
That's the one. They're the past of fairgrounds. There's a fork in the road. One road is bright full of flowers, and one road is dark and terrifying. Dark and terrifying leads to my castle.
What's down the bright flowery path?
Impending doom.
Isn't that always the way? It's so silly.
Ah, that's how I remember you. I was investigating a disappearance in that area.
No, don't go down there. It is impending doom path. I really should put up a sign. Maxwell, will you please give me a reminder?
No, it's okay, it's okay. They were just turned into a toad by... You know what I mean.
Speaking of which, did Bayard happen to mention that we are...
Wishes?
Yeah, that.
He knows Griselda.
Trust me, I'm royalty. I know the first hand that power doesn't make you feel evil. That's what you do with it.
Ain't that the truth?
The problem is our stories never get told. We never get the chance to tell them ourselves.
Well, maybe this is our chance.
I don't know what to say.
Pardon me, can I make a proclamation?
No, of course, go ahead.
Be my guest.
A proclamation. I brought Tsar Kiltery. An intellectual tray of cheese and meats.
I think what I like most about him is how chill he is.
We're here outside of Bo Pete's Pub and Grub, which we learned is a popular watering hole amongst the others.
It is very unlikely that I'll be running into the Bo Peep tonight. Locals tell that this is a very popular chain throughout the kingdom, and Miss Peep is on the more corporate side of business.
That being said, our focus remained on the others, and what better way to know them than night out of the town? Excuse me. Come in, move out, no blocking the sidewalk. Oh, sorry. Hi, my name is Belinda T. Barney. My middle name is The, after my great-great-grandma The. I've been running Bo Peeps for years. I know I can be a grump sometimes. I can't deny it, but
But at the end of the day, I'm really a people's person.
Hey, Brenda!
Brenda?
Growl on your reins.
Yeah. Keep your horses.
Okay, I'm watching on this before. We're a party kind of sort.
Okay, it's that time of night, I guess. She usually tries to be so nice about everything. But give her a second, though. She's going to apologize.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't say that. She doesn't suck. I'm sorry.
Swear, she didn't say anything.
Oh, yeah. But no, Rapunzel does great for herself. And I'm telling you can do haircut.
Even the bangs?
Okay, the bangs is a choice. That's just my opinion, though.
Oh no, I totally agree. Not that she ever asked us.
You're right. She sucks. Sorry. That was mean. She doesn't suck.
Thanks, Belinda. You're the best.
I hope you like them extra crispy.
Did he make these better for me?
No, I just forgot to take them out of the fryer.
Oh, what a gal.
So, how was your day?
Pretty standard, you know. Baskets.
How about you, Ginger?
Kind of rough, if I'm being honest. I treated this witch who was hard to diagnose. At first, I thought it was a coughing curse, but honestly, it might have been bronchitis. I'm going to have to go back tomorrow and run some more tests.
I don't know how you do it.
Same. Being a doctor is not easy.
Not the met part, the witch part.
Okay, let's not get into that.
I'm sorry. You don't see me making baskets for wolves. It's the same thing.
It is not.
Okay, but isn't it though?
Lucas! We just talked about this. My great aunt.
Yeah, I know your great aunt Carol was a witch. I'm sure she was lovely, but I was taught not to trust witches. That's how I was raised, okay?
Let's not forget about a genie's lamp.
Look, it was not my fault.
And Periwinkle, don't act like you've never met a good witch. Remember Cinderella's fairy godmother?
Yeah, that's a fairy godmother, not a witch.
Okay, you know as well as I do that's all PR. Fairy godmothers are absolutely witches.
Whatever. Can we really say she was a good witch? Okay, yeah. She helped Cinderella turn her pumpkin into a carrot. But when I needed help with my student loans, she can't find her wand all of a sudden?
Hi, Belinda.
Hi, Cindy. The usual.
Nothing. Just a glass of water.
Be careful of the glass you buy. You bring it.
I know.
Hey, Cindy!
I didn't actually see you tonight. Can we buy you a drink?
Oh no, I'm good. I just popped in on my way back from my parents. I should go check on the baby, and Dawn should be getting home soon too.
Where's Dawn tonight?
He was with some friends.
Hello? What friends? And why wasn't I invited?
Oh no, he was out with friends from college or something. You would know them.
Why are you being so shady? What? Was he hanging out with a bunch of witches or something?
Can you imagine? Hey, yeah.
Anyways, guess who I saw outside?
I don't think you're cheap, because if it was...
No, Cinderella!
Cinderella? Here?
Cinderella's here!
Oh my gosh, it's Cinderella!
It is left.
Hey, you. And you. Of course, who could forget you?
Hey, Cinderella, what are you doing here?
What do you mean? I never miss a chance to get half off well drinks and hot cross buns. My favorite.
Cinderella, girl, you know I love you, but you've never been here before.
Nonsense. I love bee poops.
Bo Peeps.
Oh my goodness. Are you filming something? I can't believe I decided to grab a drink at my favorite local pub and stumble upon a film crew by complete happenstance.
It's quite a coincidence.
Hello, my name is Cinderella. Yes, the Cinderella. But at the end of the day, I'm just a regular gal, just like all these fine folks. Just like my friends here. This is... Actually, why don't you tell them?
Actually, I'm Cinderella too.
Well, isn't that something? But of course you go by.
I go by singing.
Love that. And that is what we will call you always, because that's your name.
Oh, you're so kind.
Thank you. You can go now. There's nothing I love more than kicking back and having a few drinks with all my friends here at Bee Poops. Isn't it charming? Of course, not to be mistaken with Charmings, a new upscale dining experience my husband and I will be opening next summer.
Okay, this isn't a commercial.
Oh, are you actually rolling? I can't believe I didn't even think about it. To Bee Poops!
Boys!
Okay, cut!
So, do I just talk about myself? Right, this is the part where I'm supposed to talk about myself. I'm Hortensia. I guess you probably know that by now. I'm a witch, an empath. I'm pretty good at crafts and such. Well, witchcraft, obviously, but I'm also, like, good with a glue gun or whatever. Griselda's always getting on me, like, you could just use your wand and that paper will mache itself, right? But I find it fun, therapeutic almost. I don't know. Oh, speaking of which, I'm also a licensed therapist. But I got a little discouraged trying to find clients. It's hard to get people to open up when I'm a little afraid of them, and they're a little afraid of me. I just want to talk to people, get to know them, help them. But anyways, that's probably enough about me. You probably have plenty of other people to talk to. You can come back to me.
Hi, sorry, we're not late, are we? Ever since I was late to my grandmother's house and she got eaten by that wolf, I've been so paranoid about being punctual. She's fine, by the way. Her and Red's grandmother are actually in their own legal battle right now, but I'm really not supposed to talk about that. Anyways, what was this for again? I'm supposed to talk about myself, right? Oh boy, where do I even start? Well, as you know, I went to school with Ginger and Red.
Annie.
And Angela. Red and I were never really that close. We just had similar interests. But then Ginger went off to Red school, and Angela, you joined the cult.
It's not a cult. It's a yoga and Costantini routine.
For 3 years?
It takes time.
Meanwhile, Red and I majored in baskets at FU, Fairyland University. Ugh, I'm supposed to be talking about myself, and I'm still talking about Red. But it's kind of hard to tell my story when she's already told the same story. Okay, so here's what I can say. I have never accused Red of making her story up. Her story is just as plausible as mine. Both of our grandmothers lived in the woods, so chances of worthwhile attack were pretty high for the both of us. I'll be honest, I don't get that generation. It's like you grow old and all of a sudden decide to move deep into the woods.
I mean, worse, they could be living in a shoe like other.
Each their own, I guess. But at the end of the day, I'm just saying, why can't we share it? Why can't we both be celebrated? And why can't we celebrate our differences too? Why does she have to take every part of my story? For example, she's always saying how she was skipping through the woods when she had just been ready to complain across like 2 weeks earlier. Okay, my lawyer is telling me I gotta stop.
Okay, no peeking.
I'm not peeking.
Okay, ready?
I'm ready.
A proclamation. You may open your eyes for your surprise. A picnic I prepared by yours truly. Okay, sorry, and Maxwell. Okay, mostly Maxwell. An array of seasonal treats transported on a basket, rearranged on a blanket. Yes.
Nothing. Thank you for doing this.
Of course, I wanted to, because, will I?
Yes.
Nothing, you're welcome. Shall we?
I love him, but I don't know if I can say I love him, but I'm scared that I'll scare him away. What if he thinks I'm too snooty or stuffy? What if he's worried about my witchy ways? What if he says he doesn't see a future? What if I'm not good enough and I should know my place? What if the world won't let us be together? What if when the push comes to the shove, he can't think of me as his forever? What if we miss out on our true love? What if the world won't let us be together? What if when the push comes to the shove, he can't think of me as his forever? What if we miss out on our true love?
Oh, sorry to interrupt. Sorry. That was lovely. I do have a few notes. There's a couple of picture moments, but it's not too bad. I do just daily vocal warm-up. You never know. You might burst into a song. Best support is always important. We don't want to huff and puff and blow your voices out. So I let you get back to your picnic. For anything else,
Here's my card.
In case you need some beans. So anyway, were you about to say something?
I just wanted to say,
Is everything okay there, Dawn?
What? Oh, right. Sorry, I didn't see you there. I'm just looking for clues.
What kind of clues? Are you investigating a crime?
No, not yet.
Crimes?
Yeah, it's been a slow day.
How you track the swamps?
Oh, an anonymous chap.
Not really a tip.
Sorry, no time to explain. I'm on the case.
Listen, there's something I want to say before we get interrupted again.
Oh my goodness, what is this?
Oh my gosh, it's Cinderella!
Oh!
I was just taking my daily stroll to the local ponds. I had no idea anyone would be filming here today. I just love to get out in nature and get a little dirt on these glass slippers. People always say, Cinderella, you've changed, but I'm just a regular gal. Oh my god, what's this? A picnic? Unfortunately, I just had my afternoon smoothie and I'm so full. It's a shame because there's nothing more I'd rather do than eat common street food from a basket on the filthy ground. That's just the kind of normal gal I am. Oh, what the heck? I'll join you.
Have a seat!
No thank you. What fun!
Cindy, it's finally great to meet you. Dawn had said nothing but the most flattering things about you.
Oh, that's my Donnie. Nice to officially meet you.
Whoa!
Sorry, I forget. Did anyone tell you about my super strong hands?
They did. I'm sorry, that was just as much my fault. So, how long have you two been together?
That's kind of complicated, isn't it? Don and I met while studying abroad in Wonderland. Gosh, what? We were 18?
18, 19, yeah, something like that.
Oh, you know what? I just remembered that I got to drop the little from my name the first night in Wonderland, and we went out celebrating.
That's right. We were celebrating at the Rabbit Hole because they were 18 and up back then.
Wow, yeah, good time.
Is that where you got together?
Not exactly.
But we did get together.
Okay, not officially.
It felt pretty official.
Oh, stop. We hooked up at the Rabbit Hole.
She ghosted me.
I wasn't ready for a relationship. I freaked out a little and I may have forgotten to call him.
I forgive you, sweetheart.
We crossed paths a few times, but mostly we went our own ways until Goldilocks case.
Wow, another big case under your belt. You didn't mention that one.
Well, I really can't take credit for this one. My partner and I are splitting up duties, and unfortunately I said I was going to check the bathroom, the cupboards, and the attic. But he, on the other hand, took the chairs, bench, and porridge bowls.
Ah, tough luck, eh?
Yeah, I know, but that's okay. I also got to do some interviews, which led me to the school where Goldilocks attended, and that's where I met Cindy Foster, vice principal.
It was love at, what was it, 7th night?
I always say 6, but because I didn't actually see you at the hardware show that one time.
Oh, that's right. I didn't see you. So we can say 6.
She's my great love I never saw coming.
Ha!
You have something to add, Griselda?
He just loves to pretend that I didn't predict their love years before it happened. I saw it in the tarot, and the tea leaves, and the crystal ball. I even went with him to a fortune teller, and as a joke. And even that quack saw it.
Okay, I get it. But you never gave me a name, an address, nothing.
I said she has brown hair and sometimes wears glasses. I can't see everything.
Neither can I. That's why I sometimes wear glasses.
But
They were meant for each other.
Hey, Griselda, how did you end up meeting Dawn?
He tried to kill me.
What?
What?
It's true, I kind of did. I was working at the Hansel and Gretel case, and I know it. That's another big one. I followed this wrong trail of breadcrumbs. But actually, there weren't even breadcrumbs. They're just nuts left behind by some chipmunks. Well, God bless their hearts. And chipmunks are notoriously unhelpful when it comes to crime solving. I ended up in Griselda's cottage instead of her cousin's.
I don't claim her for the record. I did find Hansel and Gretel annoying. But I would never eat them. No witch would. That was my cousin's thing, and we all thought she was weird.
I thought I had the right place, and I came bursting through the door thinking I was going to save those 2 kids. But instead, I found Griselda in a robe and hair curlers.
You could have left that part out. Before we knew it, we were laughing, playing cards, and all this time hunting down witches. You never met one face to face.
And come to think of it, I was seconds away from throwing water on her.
Okay, first of all, that's a myth. We're not all allergic to water.
Then why do you smell like that?
Oh!
Busted!
And Cindy, you too?
I'm sorry, but he's so funny, and it's my biggest flaw.
Hey!
Cindy, forgive me if I'm overshadowing a little bit, but can I ask you a personal question? Would you say you're as open-minded as your husband? I mean, you don't seem to have any problem at all with Griselda.
Oh, is this about the other night at the bar, right? Or you were out with the witches. I told them that you were hanging out with some college friends. I'm sorry, Griselda. I feel gross about it.
It's okay. I don't expect you to tell people about our friendship. Besides, I have Hortensia and Bayard.
But you have us, too.
No, I didn't mean it that way.
I was wrong, Griselda. I never want to make you feel bad.
You're one of our best friends, Briz. You know that, right?
I am?
Yes.
Of course you are.
I hate that you even have to ask.
Oh!
Sorry. Let's all go to Bump Peeps and have a real night out as real friends. Hortensia and Bayard, too.
Are you sure?
On one condition, can I please ride your broom?
I love you, but absolutely not.
Not bad, everyone. I did not see that one coming. So I can't forget some of those harmonies.
I don't know about you all, but I'm pretty proud of my own cartwheels.
Did I imagine that? Or was I swinging off of a chandelier at the...
Is there even a chandelier in here?
Okay, maybe we should go. I know of a speakeasy in a haunted graveyard where my ex still works. We're still good.
Hey, absolutely not. Everyone, this is Hortensia and Griselda. They are our guests for tonight. First round's on me.
Are you crazy for bringing him here?
Lucas! No, he's right. Belinda, do something.
Don't look at me. I just work here.
How do you know they're not about to poison us or put potion in our drinks?
They would never do that. This is what I'm always talking about. You guys don't even know us. That's because our stories never get told.
Okay, don't talk to me about stories not being told. No one knows my story. Nobody even cares.
That's the problem. I'd love to know your story. I'd love for you to know mine. That's something we have in common, not something we should be arguing about.
I work with witches every single day, Periwinkle. Do you still think that they are the enemy?
I'm sorry, it's the way it's always been. Okay, a prince and a witch? Now I've seen everything.
What's going on here? A battle is brewing.
No one's about to battle. It's just we're a little uncomfortable with witches hanging out at our bar.
Are you serious?
Well, you're telling me that you, an actual prince, is okay with witches?
I am more than okay with them.
I'm sorry. How? Why?
How? Why?
What do you mean? How? Why? Think about it. All the magic is all around us. The whole kingdom is filled with it. We love wishing wells and fairy godmothers and good luck charms. But you don't recognize or understand. You just have to assume it's bad. I know how it's beautiful magic is here around us.
We need to stop saying it's always been this way and find a way to come together.
Okay, I hear you, but listen.
Lucas, please.
No, I hear her. I just want to know how we're supposed to do that.
Yeah, how are we supposed to
how are we supposed to do that? Yeah.
Hey, proclamation.
Yeah.
Hey, everyone, quiet.
Thank you, Bolin. May I have your attention, please? In 3 days, I will host a kingdom-wide meeting at Wapustilskin Fairgrounds. All you're invited. All you're welcome. Let your stories be heard. I love you. Love you too.
Tell our tales. Tell our tales. Tell our tales.
And so the kingdom gathered. All were invited, all were welcome.
We attended, press passes in hand, unsure if this would be a joyous or contentious event. Fairy tale or otherwise, we were going to be there to capture it.
Thank you all for being here. We all know the others are constantly brushed aside. And that's why I call this meeting. Let's hear from you. How can things change?
Well, for starters, who did we decide that we were the others anyway? Nothing against the Mains. Many people here have done incredible things with their lives. Nothing against them.
Yeah, we do.
And I got a question. You said all are invited. So, where are the Mains?
I know. Unfortunately, I did not receive any RSVPs. I know. That was not what I hoping for.
How do we put the change? Worthington not here to hear us.
Yes. Wait. Wait. Silence, please. Hortensia?
I know what you're feeling. I literally feel everything you're feeling. And I know we've been feeling it for a long time. There is so much good in this world. And you're all examples of that. You have quirks and passions and purpose. And you all have your own unique story to tell. And you're all worthy of telling it. This kingdom is legendary. But we forget that we're all part of those legends too. I used to think that the other stories were more important, that their voices were more deserving of being heard. But they weren't more important. They were just louder. And that's not to take away from those stories, but they've been told, and retold again. And let's be honest, some of those retellings have not been that great. Let's raise our voices. Let's tell our tales. You might think you're too ordinary, but I guarantee if people got to know you, they would, I don't know, watch a whole show about you or something.
I know I would.
Definitely.
Yes.
Bam, baby!
Fair?
So what now?
Well, we need representation.
Yes.
We need visibility. We need to think beyond Mains and others. We need leadership that understands us. We need...
Me! I'll do it! Stan, that's your cue?
Never a penny for this week. Oh my gosh, it's Cinderella!
Cinderella, girl, what are you doing here?
You need a leader? Well, I'm here to lead.
And you think you can represent us how?
You forget, I'm just like you. I'm the poster child from rags to riches. In fact, I have a poster ready to go for any occasion. See? I'm economical too.
No.
So, we've decided?
No offense, but I'm not really seeing your rags. All I see are your riches.
Yeah! We don't need you.
Thank you. So, we're decided?
Someone does need to step up. So...
Well, we need to vote too.
We need to be seen.
You need to be heard.
Unfortunately, that was our last day in the kingdom.
We wanted to stay longer. However, the local government informed us that our visas would be turning into pumpkins by midnight, so we headed back home.
It was difficult to leave our story of what felt such a key moment, a moment that felt
historic.
We lived in the editing room for the next couple of months, hoping that this would be worthy of many people we met on our journey. No matter how much we edited, we thought that this story was incomplete.
that's when we received the letter from Hortensia.
Dear parents, as you may know, we don't get a lot of visitors around here. I think we were all a little nervous to talk to you, but I think it's because no one had ever asked us about us before. I was ready to tell you everyone else's epic tales, but I wasn't prepared to tell you about myself. I wasn't even sure I had anything to tell. But you allowed us to realize that whether or not our stories are known all around the world, they still have so much value, and we thank you for that. And as a special thank you, I wanted to give you an update on how things have been going around here since you left.
After the big meeting, Carol and Lucas met up with more townspeople who had previously been cursed in the Beast Castle. They pooled their stories together and published a collective memoir about their time in the castle. Even Melissa the Plate lent a hand in getting their collected work published. Carol is now developing The Magical Lives of Forks and Knives into a new musical. Upon hearing Jerome and Sally's story, Rapunzel reached out and offered them jobs as the palace hairdressers. However, they turned her down, explaining their commitment to their community. Now, Rapunzel sponsors a monthly free haircut day where her palace pays for haircuts for townspeople in need at Jerome and Sally's new salon. Spritz is almost ready to graduate from professional shadow to professional stylist. We met Ginger at the big meeting, and we learned that she's a witch doctor. I can't speak for Bayard or Griselda, but I hadn't seen a doctor in years. I saw Ginger the next week, and I found out that I was allergic to lavender and motherwort. I kept getting hives when I was doing spells, but I thought it was just a witch thing. Now I know. You gotta get yourself checked out. I've sent so many witches Ginger's way. It turns out some of the witches we thought were evil just had undiagnosed conditions that were making them cranky. So, the use of dark magic has gone way down. I'll be honest, I had never heard of Angela before all this. None of us are fully sure what her story is, but she gained like 1,000 followers since you left, so she seems to be doing great. As for Periwinkle, I can't say much, but she and Red settled outside of court. Red's story will forever live on, but now at least a few people know Periwinkle's too. Bayard has become quite the outspoken representative, not just for male witches, but for any and all witches. He wants it to be known that anyone can be a witch. As Sebastian once said, all are invited, all are welcome. Speaking of Sebastian, I guess I'll soon be referring to Bayard as Prince Bayard. Expect an invitation in the mail soon. As for Cinderella, well, she's still Cinderella, but I think this experience has humbled her a bit. It turns out she actually really does like hanging out at Bo Peep's, and is really trying to make friends. She's actually really embraced the other Cinderellas of the kingdom. Detective Dawn and Griselda have both really made something of themselves. They both work directly with the Queen to keep the kingdom safe and peaceful. And which queen is that, you ask? The people spoke, and they chose me to be their queen. And I will do everything in my power to be the people's queen. Oh, and if you're wondering which castle I'm at, it's the palace in the kingdom, just down the road from the village.
So that's our story, or more accurately, their story.
It's too soon to say if they lived happily ever after, but one thing for sure, they certainly lived.